exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Mr. Fundamentals is out there with J. Then it's Mr. Perfect. Then it's P. And it's Parks in at the small forward position. Fans can be impatient, Greg, especially for the fans of teams that are slow to start a season.
And Kevin, the media as well.
Right, right.
I played in New York, and you know, in that town, you go big or you get talked about, no doubt about it. But with the way things have evolved now, every team is a national team because every game's televised. It's starting to happen more in some of those smaller markets as well. It's just a harsh reality of pro sports.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals to the inside. Here's Cooligan. Pass to Bojan Savic. That one, no good. And they're on the break. Here's Perez. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Pass to Cooligan. Shoots it. No good on his first attempt of the game.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And the former Utah Ute, Kyle Kuzma, can play either forward spot. Has a good blend of Smitty of size and speed.
Yes, Kevin, but right now I prefer him at the 4. The reason why, he can stretch the floor, but he can tack a lot of those big forwards. And his shooting, it will get consistent as the years go on. That's how you set the table, and everybody gets to eat.
Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Three-pointer. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Inside, Aguilar. Passes it to Ramos. Five to shoot. Tries again. He lays it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And that one is hammered home.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Count it. Good.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Perez, the pass to Aguilar, down low. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. 6 points for P.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
From 11 feet away, another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Here's Cooligan. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte.
And he wreaked havoc on defense with 4 steals for the game.
Here's Fritzone. No good from outside.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Up again. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Kicks to Karsov. And the layup is good.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
Gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Misses in close. Gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Shot from the wing. And no good that time.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even. Oh, okay.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Count the basket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
1:12 left here in the opening quarter. Bobber in. Stolen. Here's Perez. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 58 seconds left in the first quarter. Six to shoot. Off target with his 3. Gone 8 of 10 shooting, coming out very strong. To the paint, Ramos. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
23 seconds left in the first. To halt the run. Not going to go that time. Fast break. Here they come. There's the lob to the hoop.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
And so it's the visiting team riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle Kuzma spoke to it.
The biggest area of growth would definitely be on the defensive end.
Now, having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Mr. Perfect out there with P. Then there's Jay, and it's Mr. Fundamentals, and it's Parks, and it's small forward. And he's able to get it back. Here's Aguilar, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's Fritzone. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
It's up a 3. Now just 1 for 7 with that miss. Tough night so far.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Here's the pass to Pete. Lets it go from deep. And that one is off. Gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you.
Working in that mid-range area, the analytics may not love it, but that's a good look for him.
Pass to the kid. Dishes it to G. P passes to G. Here's P. Picked his pocket. And here we go. And the kid picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Yep, that one goes in there.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. And you talk about the perfect veteran wing player. Danny Green's right at the top of that list. Solid defense, good shooter, and plays within himself. And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pass to Vorontsevich. Pass to Cooligan. From the arc, buries the long-range jumper. And Greg, the experiences that Danny Green has had over the course of his terrific career, it's hard to match.
I mean, he's won multiple titles in his career, done so in different places with different types of teams. He's seen it all and knows what it takes to succeed.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
That one goes in.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
He passes to the kid. And they call an illegal screen here. Well, let's take this chance now to bring up the rookies at the head of their class in steals this past month. You look at Mr. Perfect, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league. And, of course, the kid, he shows up in that same conversation.
The stretch that these two youngsters have had defensively has been great. I mean, they're like pests. And I mean that in a good way.
They get the rebound. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
P passes to G. Out to the right wing. 41 seconds left in the first half. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of the game. And the foul on Pete. That is his first foul of the game. There's 21 seconds left here in the second, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down. 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Here's the kid. And there's the pass to Pete. Here's the kid. Pulls it up. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. The kid's got 4 points in the quarter.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And so it's the visiting team. 13 points up at the end of the period. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Checking out the visiting team. Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
They had a little bit of intimidation factor, right? They attacked the glass with...
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. A fantastic game from P in this one.
Yeah, the passing he brings to the table on full display through the first 2 quarters.
The engine that makes them run. He's been able to push the action, and he's making great decisions.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter. The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
P passes to G.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Fritzone. That one off the back iron and out.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions. Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
Pass to P. Here's the kid. There's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. The kid's got 9.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
To the middle. Here's Zubkov. Will it go? And the layup is good.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
P passes to the kid. The dish to G. To the paint. Here's P. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
You know, Smitty, the change for McGee's pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
Here's the kid. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 11.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Uncovered, and the shot goes in. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Passes it to P. Feeds it to G. Here's P. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
And the foul on P. That's his third foul of the game.
Number 2.
Over to the wing. Pass to Scalabrine. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Gone as spotless. 6 of 6 from the field since taking the court here in the second half. P passes to G. Here's P. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. P's got 4 this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Now the pass to Scalabrine. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and there's the defensive 3-second call. Greg, we are in an era of positionless basketball, and we know the All-Star game now has a 2 backcourt, 3 front court position as opposed to 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center when you're voting. Should they get rid of those designations entirely?
I tell you what, I think you can make a strong case for that. When you go back to last season, many felt Jimmy Butler got robbed of a starting spot. I think, listen, this is the fans' vote. Why not the 5 top vote getters? I don't care if they're 4 guards. If the 5 players that the fans want to see the most play a certain position, then so be it. You know, they're not going to play all 48 minutes. You're still going to have your 7 other spots to kind of balance out the roster. I say just let the fans tell you the 5 they want to see, and let's go play.
Pass to P. Fires the 3. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. That one falls.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's the kid. He's got 11. The kid passes to P. Just 5 on the clock. Down low. Lays it up off the glass. The kid's got his first points of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Takes a 3. No good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these 2 teams in that area.
There's a minute left in the third quarter of the game, and he stepped in the line, so they turn it over. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
On 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And the foul on P. That's foul number 2 for him. Out left to the wing. Cooligan. No good on the triple. Gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. 36 seconds left to play in the third. Here's P. Sinks the 3-pointer. P's got 7 now in this quarter.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
The kid passes to the kid. Inside, here's P. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
No good that time.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the blowout. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. We've got P. G is out there with the kid. Then it's the kid, and it's P in at the 2 spot. Here's the kid. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Well, in the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg, the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but
yes.
I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
That's his first personal foul. At the line, number 12. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Here's Mr. Perfect. Passes to Perez. Here's Mr. Perfect. But Trey drills the three-pointer.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
To the right side. Ball stolen. And here's the break. And here we go. Flushes it down to finish the break.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Grady lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
They get it again. Offline with his three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on threes?
It's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see teams take more threes than twos. You know, some have said maybe limit fouls on three-pointers to only 2 free throws. That might eliminate some of the flopping on those long-range attempts, but I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that three is going to be vital.
Well, what did Coach tell us? He wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Mr. Fundamentals passes to Ramos. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
At the line for 2.
Two shots. Last one.
First free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. You know, you look at the 2020 class for the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names, headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, historic players.
And all the more emotional, Kevin, having Kobe enshrined after his tragic passing. But when you look at the accomplishments of this class, arguably the most decorated that the Hall of Fame has ever seen.
And Greg, you've gotten a bird's eye view, you've gotten a front court view, you've had a chance to be alongside these Hall of Fame players.
Incredible talents, great people, and truly they've been terrific ambassadors for our game.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Lets it go with a three. The shot will not fall. Gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. The pass to Mr. Fundamentals. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Great player movement, great ball movement. That's fun to watch.
.158 left here in the fourth quarter. There's the triple. A three-pointer is right on target.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other, but ultimately nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
And that's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Perez. Another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Especially when you're this far down, you have to make the most of every sequence.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. .51 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Voran Savic. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Ramos, and it's good for 2.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Stripped it away. And the layup falls.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.